All right. And we are back. So let me go ahead and probably turn this down for a bit right now. We're honestly probably going to turn it off here in a little bit so we can start the video up here, because I don't know if it'd be too hard to hear it. But yeah, learning about 2D art, animation, and sprite creation today. So I'm a bit excited for that. So if you guys remember from the last video, we're gonna be learning from the creator Saltoons and starting the easy Aseprite tutorial. So we'll start this one right here, and then we'll do kind of like an animation right here. And then I don't know. I mean, we could probably start on, maybe we can do another, but I think that would maybe be enough to at least get our feet up and start learning some of the basic creation tools. All right. So probably, wait a second. See, we already got a few viewers. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think we'll probably go ahead and just go and start. All right. I think we'll go ahead and stop this for now. Okay. And then let's go ahead and start. I already have my software pulled up, so we'll go ahead and do that here soon. So we'll be ready to do that here soon. Like I said, you have a big list to choose from that you can do. Um, if you can't like afford the software, then you can, use the free software. So I should say like, all right, so free Sprite tool software. So if you can't use like the Aseprite and you can use like we already talked about, you have your Pixel app, you have Pixie, Pixlr, Graft. You can use GIMP, which is pretty good. You have uh, Pixel OS, Lunapic, Graphic Scale, Paint.net, and Make Pixel Art. So you have countless, countless applications you can use. And I'll go ahead and I'll actually post this in the chat for anyone that wants to go ahead and use that as a reference. I will post this into the video description on YouTube as well. So if anyone wants to utilize that, that's fine. But like like I said earlier, I highly recommend anyone that can to get the Aseprite. I see this right here. So see if we can move this up a little bit. There we go. Just move that up. Okay. Let's minimize this. All right. Let's go into the first video.
Grammarly makes communication at work one click simpler.
So obviously you got the ads.
In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use Aseprite.
All right.
To follow along with this tutorial, you'll obviously need Aseprite, a mouse or drawing tablet, whichever you prefer, and having a keyboard for shortcuts will definitely make your life easier. If you have any questions, you can look at the official Aseprite documentation or come and join the Discord where there's plenty of people who are happy to help.
Okay.
I should now probably mention that you work at a donut shop.
Yeah.
For this guy.
Love a donut, get to work.
So once you've opened Aseprite, it'll look a little something like this. This is the
Right.
home screen where you'll see some of your recent files and where we can set up a new file. Let's just do that. New file. If you're a beginner here, I'd recommend a canvas with a really small size so that you can get used to working with individual pixels. We're going to have 16 by 16 pixel canvas, RGBA color mode, transparent background. You don't have to worry yourself with any of the advanced options or any of the other options if you're a beginner. So here we are inside of our document. This might look pretty daunting for a beginner. So to give a quick overview, we have the palette area.
Wait, before he goes, let's, because I want to make sure we have those dimensions. So we have 16 by 16 instead of the 32. So let's just get that with the RGBA, which is the red, green, blue, and the alpha components. And then you have your transparent background. Okay. So that way everything behind the sprite is gone. Like there's really no background, so you can just put it in any game and the only thing you're going to see is the actual sprite itself instead of like a white or black background, which would be abnormal. So yeah, we'll go ahead with the 16 right here. Okay, like he did. So I kind of want to open this up a little bit too. There we go. Okay. So let's see what we got here.
here, this is where you can choose colors from a predefined palette. We have the color section here, which allows you to select colors for your brushes or add colors to palettes. This here is our layers tab, useful for all of our layer options and controls. You can hide it with the tab button for now. Down the side here is...
Oh, wait. Where's that at? The tab button. Oh, okay. Cool. So we got the layers to making, like, putting each thing on the layer. That's good. I kind of wonder how he set that up. Like how he put that up over here. Would it be in the view? So that's the okay. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Well, he might show us at some point how to make that go around.
Is where we have all of our tools that we'll be using to create some nice pixel art. You can click on all the options to see what they do. And up here is our tool properties. So when you have a tool selected, all of the properties for that tool will be shown here. You can see how it changes with each tool that is selected. These tabs up here are for project navigation. We're in our current project, but we can go to home and select different files, or we can duplicate and close our current project. And right at the top here is our options bar.
Cool.
There are a lot of different option menus which can help you in your project. Right in the middle section here, this is your canvas. This is where you'll be drawing. So let's start with navigating the canvas. I will be mentioning shortcuts as we go through this. As a beginner, this is the best time to start learning and using shortcuts. It'll help you build up really good habits for quick and efficient working later on. You don't have to use all the shortcuts, just for the tools and actions that you'll be using most often. If you ever want a reference for the shortcuts, you can go up to Help and Quick Reference, or if you want to view and change them, you can go up to Edit and Keyboard Shortcuts, where you can search for the shortcuts you need, like Zoom, for example. As you can see, there's a lot of shortcuts here, but this is really the only one that I use. So you don't have to use all of them, but feel free to change them to whatever suits you best.
Okay.
You can zoom in on your canvas with the scroll wheel, or you can use the zoom tool up here, which has a shortcut of Z. I like to use the scroll wheel for this. You can pan around the canvas by holding down the mouse wheel, which gives you the hand tool. You can hold spacebar and click to do the same thing, or you can come up here, click on the zoom tool, and you'll see the hand tool, which is exactly what we've just used.
Look later, donut time.
So the main drawing tool that we have is the pencil tool, which has a shortcut of B. If you just click on the canvas, we'll start drawing things. If you ever want to remove something, you can press undo, which is in Edit, Undo, or by the shortcut Control Z. You'll be using Control Z a lot. Trust me. So as I mentioned before, if we take a look at the properties panel at the top here, we can see all the different properties for the brush tool. A circular brush, a square brush, and this weird sort of line brush thing. I'm just going to use the circle brush for now. We have the brush size here, which I'm just going to set to 1, but you can increase it by dragging on this bar or by holding Control and scroll wheel.
Oh, okay.
We have the ink mode up here. I wouldn't worry too much about this as a beginner. I only really use simple ink anyway. We have dynamics, but this is for if you're using a tablet with pen pressure. I'm using a mouse, so this doesn't apply to me. We have pixel perfect up here. So this line on the left was drawn with pixel perfect off, and this line on the right was drawn with pixel perfect on. When we're talking about pixel art line work, there's these things known as doubles, which is where there are perfect right angles in the outlines. If I remove the doubles, we end up with a much more clean line like the one on the right. This video is specifically an Aseprite tutorial. If you're interested, I can make a video on pixel art tips, tricks, and techniques in the future. Just let me know in the comments. But that's what Pixel Perfect does. I'd recommend keeping it on for now. And these buttons up here are for symmetry. But we'll come back to this. Let me know in the comments, which is where they're for if you're using a Control and scroll wheel.
Wait, hold on.
We have the ink mode up here. I wouldn't worry too much about this as a beginner. I only really use simple ink anyway. We have dynamics, but this is for if you're using a tablet with pen pressure. I'm using a mouse, so this doesn't apply to me. We have pixel perfect up here. So
there
this
we
line
go.
On the for symmetry, but we'll come for symmetry tips, tricks, and techniques in the future. Just let me know in the comments. That's what pixel perfect.
Wait. So, aha. I'm gonna enable that pixel perfect, so that way we have it cleans up that pretty nicely. Okay, definitely want that.
I'd recommend keeping it on for now. And these buttons up here are for symmetry, but we'll come back to this later on. So with the brush selected on a size of 1 and pixel perfect turned on, pick a dark or black color from your palette for the outline of the donut. So I'm just going to draw it here. Remember, if you want to undo it, you can use Control Z and try again. So
Right.
there's my outline, but it's got some problems up here. I'm going to use the eraser tool, which is shortcut E, found here on the tool, just to erase those areas. We can reduce the size just like we did with the pencil tool. And there we go, a bit more of a clean outline. You can check out the rest of the eraser properties up
Okay.
here. They're quite similar to the brush. So I'm going to add a middle line for my donut. I want to fill the donut with the bready color. So I'll choose the bready color, and I could just painstakingly go in and color it in, but there's a better tool for this. You can select the paint bucket tool over here or with the shortcut G. So now I just fill in the
Okay.
donut. But wait a minute, it's colored in the whole area. Let's undo that. You want to make sure contiguous is turned on for this. This means that it will fill connected areas only. So if contiguous turned on,
I gotta make sure that we do that. So if we go to the fill tool, or like you said, press G, so the fill tool will be right here, or the paint bucket tool. All right, so we already have contiguous selected, so we don't gotta worry about that. But we also don't want it. So B, we'll go back to the brush tool or to the pencil right here. Okay. So let's continue
just
that.
click and fill those individual areas. So now it's time for the icing. I'm just going to choose
Nice.
a pinkish color like a Homer Simpson donut, go back to the brush, and then start drawing in some icing. You can fill that area in with the paint bucket tool. Bonk! And there we go. We got some icing for our donut. Kind of want to clean this area up a little bit. But instead of keep going back and forth to select the colors, you can use the eyedropper tool, which is found here. Has the shortcut I or
Right.
shortcut Alt. I use Alt for
Ah.
this. Hold Alt, click on the color that I want,
So you can use
and then
Alt.
I can just start clicking away, cleaning up that outline. Yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Choose whatever colors and patterns you want. It's your donut after all. Now we've got
Okay.
the icing, it's time to add in some sprinkles. I'm going to select this bluish color and add in some sprinkles. I think that looks pretty good. If you want to see a smaller preview, you can open the preview window by clicking this down here. We can adjust it so that it's a tiny bit bigger and gives us a better preview of what it might look like further away. When you have a single pixel like
Okay. So instead of having this ginormous thing right here, we can just have like a little tiny guy right here. See what he looks like. Okay. So next.
this one, this is what's known as an orphan pixel, and it's really best to avoid these because, as you can see from the small preview, they don't read very well, and with lots of them it can look noisy. So I'm just going to connect this to make it a double sprinkle. Again, this is for the tips, tricks and techniques video in the future, so definitely make sure you let me know if you want to see that one. It's actually probably a good time to save it. We go up here to File, Save As, and then you can save it into a folder of your choosing. Make sure it's nicely organized. So for the file name, I'm just going to call mine Donut Tutorial, and there's a lot of file formats down here, but I'm going to go with the Aseprite files, which is basically an Aseprite project format. The shortcut for quickly saving this, as you can see here, is Control and S. You'll want to be pressing that a lot so you don't lose any progress. And there it is. We made our first pixel art donut.
Wait.
Only one? We want donuts!
Okay. Wish they took out that.
Okay, so we need to make some more donuts. Open up the layers panel with
So
the
hold
tab
on.
button. Boom.
I do want to
everything you'll wanna
see the
There's a lot
save.
of file formats down here,
Yeah.
but I'm going to go with the Aseprite files, which is basically an Aseprite project format. The shortcut for quickly saving this, as you can see here, is Control and S.
Aseprite
You'll want to
file
be pressing
format.
that a lot so you don't lose any progress. And there it is.
So hold on. So if I do the save as file type. Okay. So I would say PNG. That's what I would do. So this is going into my documents. And we don't want that in the documents. We'll go ahead and this PC. Go in here, users, and then we will go into the, well, I guess you have to go in OneDrive and then to the desktop, so that'd be fine. But yeah, then you have the Aseprite. So I don't know. I would consider it still being a PNG. Just for like purposes of extending across multiple platforms. But if he if he saves them in that format and it still works with most of the programs, it should be okay.
We made our first pixel art donut.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to make some more donuts. Open up the layers panel with the tab button. Boom! Everything we've been doing so far has been on this individual layer called layer 1. Just to quickly run through it, this eyeball tool makes it so you can hide the layer. You can lock the layer so nothing can be edited on that layer. We have this button which is useful for animation, but we're not going to be getting into animation today, so don't worry about that. And we have the name of the layer. I'm going to unlock it, double click on the layer to see the layer properties. The name is layer 1. I'm going to change that to donut 1. We have loads of different modes down here, but again, as a beginner, don't worry about these just yet. And we have the opacity of the layer,
so
which,
they have
as you can see, makes it more invisible.
blending
We do have some
modes.
additional layer options up here. This here is for onion skinning. Again, it's for animation. We're not worried about that today. We have this here, which gives us some more layer options. We can change the position of the layers panel here, on the right, on the bottom. I'm just going to keep this on the left. And you can add layer thumbnails if you want. So if I do that, increase the thumbnail size, then you can actually see what the layer has on it. A quicker way to change this is the same shortcut as the brush size. Hold Control, use scroll wheel. I like to keep it like this. So to add a new layer, you can right click and do new layer or use the shortcut as it says here, Shift N. So Shift N, we have a new layer. And let's call this Donut 2 because we're going to make more donuts. We've got no space for a new donut. So we need to increase
you don't
the
want
canvas
to
size. You can do this by going up to
write
Sprite
on it
and canvas size
and
or
it
with the
be on
shortcut
accidentally
C. You get this
donut
option
1.
pop up. So our current canvas size is 16 pixels by 16 pixels. I want to make another 16 pixel donut. So I'll add 16 pixels to the right hand side. As you can see, it did there. This trim content outside the canvas thing, if you have this turned on and something is outside the canvas,
do an edit?
you have this turned on, pixel donut.
For the
And
canvas size. Okay.
The canvas thing. If you have this turned on and something is outside the canvas, when you change the canvas size again, that thing is actually going to be deleted. So trim content outside the canvas, off, 16 pixels to the right, boom. Now we've got more space for our new donut. Might be wondering what's going on in the background, and yours might look different to mine. If you go up to Edit and Preferences, we can see here under Background, checked background. You can change the size of the checked background to 1 pixel. And now your checked background is 1 pixel. This only works if you selected transparent background when we first set up the file, or if you don't have a background. 2 pixels, 4 pixels, 8 pixels. I'm going to keep mine on 16 pixels, but you can choose whatever's best for you. Apply, okay. So I'm going to show you some other methods for creating donuts. We have first the...
So let's go in here and try that. So, File. Or Sprite properties? No. Be in the canvas size. So we be to the right 16 pixels, and we don't want to trim outside the canvas. So we'll do that here in a second, but I need to figure out the background that he did. Double ride, high pixels, color. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to go ahead. Hold on a second. I need to actually make a new folder for sprites. And I know this is in the background, you can't see this, but I'm creating these sprites right here. And I'll say create another folder for tutorial. tutorials. So that way I can throw them in here and it has a space so it's not using up. All right. So, okay. Throw that back. Okay. Now I need to see where in the advanced drawing tools or
So I'm going to show 2 pixels. For check
preferences, right?
1 pixel.
So
Might
where's
be
this
wondering what's going on in the
preferences?
background, then yours might look different to mine. If you go up to edit and preferences, we can see
No. Okay. So edit and then preferences. Screen scale. Okay. So the background size is 16. So if I were to make this just 1:1, then I could draw my thing out right here. And then it'll show me exactly where it'll be edited. I kind of like this anyway. So I think I'll keep it like that. Just for the sake of, knowing where exactly the pixels are. Oop. Don't want that. Okay. Okay. Move it back.
see here under background, checked background. You can change the size of the checked background to 1 pixel. And now you're checked
So let's
on
go
16
ahead and
pixels, but you can choose whatever is best for you. Apply.
move a little
Okay.
forward.
So I'm going to show you some other methods for creating donuts. We have first the ellipses tool. If you click and drag, you can create an ellipse or a perfect donut outline. We have here the line tool and specifically the curve line tool. You click and drag and then move your mouse and then click and then move your mouse again and you can create curves. Strange donut. I'm not the best with the curve tool. And another method is using symmetry with the pencil. So with the pencil selected, remember I mentioned symmetry before with these options. To move the symmetry, we can use these white buttons on the top and then just draw the shape and do it all over for us. This is really good. If you want to realign the symmetry, you can click the symmetry options button here and reset symmetry to center. You can do vertical only or horizontal only, whatever suits your needs. So now it's time for your first test. What I want you to do is create 3 more donuts using the tools that I've just shown you. I want you to make sure they're all on separate layers and also that the canvas size is big enough for all of them. You can pause the video here and try it out for yourself.
All right. Here we go. So let's go ahead and make our donuts. All right, so I'm going to use just the pen tool or the pencil tool. Got the pixel perfect on. All right, let's go ahead. Well, did he say he wants the ellipsis, the curved, and the symmetry? So we got to practice using those tools. I guess we could do that. So the ellipsis tool, rectangular contour blur. Do we even have an ellipsis on here? It's probably why. View tools. Okay. So edit. Well, where do we add our tools in? Well, what the heck? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on a little background noise so no one's just hearing me. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can maybe find to add those tools, because I do see there's a line tool and there's a oh, wait a minute, hold on. There it is. The ellipsis tool. these branch out. Okay, we're all good. So let's go ahead and start with the ellipses first. Oh, I don't like that. So there we go. There is. That looks good. That looks fine as a donut. All right. So let's just do that. And put that should be okay, right? Yeah, I think that'd be fine. And then we want to add, like, for our thing right here. Actually, I kind of want to do this. So let's first fill our donut in with the paint bucket. All right, so there we go. We have our donut here. That's cool. I want to make this, like I said, teal. It's like more of an aquamarine, but you know what? That's fine. It's one of my favorite colors. So we'll go ahead and just draw this out. Oh, redraw that. Okay. So we'll throw that right there. We will fill this in. Ah, that's right. You could just use G. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. And then sprinkles. So remember, forgot. We're still on that tool, so we'll go ahead and do this. Okay. Do some sprinkles right there. And that's how it'll look on here. Okay, hold on. I don't want to, be vanilla about it. So let's make some actual other sprinkles here. So I like those. Just use some of these, and then we can do. Let's see. What kind of other? There we go. We'll do orange right here. Oh, cool. So now we have one donut, and if we can see on there, that's what it would look like right now. So, kind of like that. All right. So, he used that, but hold on. Okay, so he wanted us to make 2 more. So we gotta do some math here. We gotta do 2 times 16 to move this over. So okay, so 36. We'll add here. So we'll go to preferences. No, we need to do the canvas size. That's right. And move this over to the right. We will make this 36, 16. Oh no, 32. Duh. Okay, so now we have that. So I get where he was going with this. So the reason why it's 16 is so we can separate each one of these. So we can let's go ahead and go back to the preference and set this background to 16 by 16. We'll apply that. Okay, see, because you can make this here, make this here. So I wanted to kind of do this ellipse. Let's go back to black. And, okay, so can only do it that way. Okay, that's fine. Also, like you said, we need to put this on a new layer, but we should probably rename this one to Donut 1. I'll just do a donut underscore 1 right here. Okay, cool. All right. And then we'll go ahead, make a new layer, but he said, what is it, Control N or is it Shift N? No, that makes a completely new sprite sheet. Control N makes a new new sprite sheet. So Shift N, there we go. And then this will be the donut 2. Cool, there we go. So now I have it on different layers, so if I decide to go over this thing, this will not have any effect on here. So I could easily just take this out like he said. Okay, so he wants us to use the, oh my gosh, he wants us to use the curve tool. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so let's oh my god, this is no, let's try something different. What is this one right here? Is that all there is? There's a line to so if I use this line tool and then I just kind of, dang, no, let's, oh, I hate this thing. So I will go to make it like this. So okay, dude, this is gonna be a pastry. This ain't gonna be like a donut. This is not good. You know what? That's I know the tutorial said one thing, but I'm just gonna make it like a little, like, I can't even make a muffin out of that. I'll make it like a pastry or something. I need to figure that out. So we'll just, nope, don't like that. First we're gonna fill this in with, so start off with the light colors. So we will fill this in right here. And then we'll make this kind of white right here. So go ahead and fill that white in. All right, cool. So we can make a cherry right here. Oh, oop. Don't want that. Gotta switch to the, gotta remember to switch. So we'll do right there. And we'll add the black to this right here. All right. And that looks good, right? I think it looks all right. And then we can add just kind of like a, there we go. Just kind of like give it some curvature. So on here, there we go. It's like right there. So yeah, I know what we were supposed to make, but I needed to kind of, I made like a, just a pastry. We can even maybe give this a little depth underneath here. Yeah, Yeah. To make like kind of like a little crust underneath. I like that. Actually, hold on. Instead of making it there, I can do this right here. Up like that, and then we'll just add the block underneath here. There. Yeah. There we go. That looks nice. That's great. You know, I would love to see what you guys, you know, could push out and make on here. So, alright, so we got the Eclipse tool. We now have the curve tool. And then he wants us to do the mirror tool. I don't know kind of how he did that. And it could just be, you know, my attention skills. But I need to figure out. He did that. No duplicating. We gotta make our yeah, instead of this donut, I'm gonna make this pastry. There we go. Then we need to make a new layer. Make this the official donut too. So, man, we need to. What did he do to do that? Not the mirroring, but well, I guess it would be, yeah, mirroring. Color mode, you have the properties, the trim, edit. New brush, invert, adjustments, FX. Okay. I need to see what he did, because I need to figure out how he did this. The symmetry tools. Where did he go to do this? Is this okay? Hold on. I see something outlined. What is this? The wand, lasso, marquette, or marquee tool. The lasso. No, can't. Not doing the select. Okay, so no. So we'll just keep that as it was. So what the heck? Where did he do this? I'm just kind of a little confused. Aaron TV. Hey, what's going on? I think I have an idea of who this is. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to get to that symmetry tool. I gotta move it back. As much as I really don't want to, I need to see what he chose to get to that. So, okay. He's selected on the pencil. How did he add symmetry? It had to have been a preference. But I don't know. So, how did... Okay, hold up. Rotate canvas. There has to be a thing on here. For edit file. Preferences. Is that where I can grab it? Where's the advanced? No. Editor? Alright. Oh, come on. Oh, check it out. There's a new themes for this. Alright, so on GitHub. Ah. Well, that's pretty cool. You can add in your own theme packs. That's cool. Down with that. Huh. Have to probably remember that for sometime in the future. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out the symmetry and how to get this, I don't want a blend mode. The occupancy, I want all the way. I just need to figure out what he did. So, you know what? Instead of sitting here and doing this, look for so adding symmetry to Sprite. Okay, there you go. So looking at the guides, yeah, where is that? Wait, is that in the view? Yeah, I get that, I know. Is that... how do I okay, just come on, man. Just go back to the original. View, symmetry tools. I was in the view, symmetry. Gosh. I was just in there. Dang it. Okay, well, you know what? The important thing is we found it. So now, let's go ahead and add this. So, oh man. Let's try that again. So, man, my donut doesn't look great. So now I gotta actually put work into this. Or down, and then I hate, you know, making that. I don't like making a lumpy boy. What in the heck is that? No. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and oh man. That's not good. I don't like that. Alright, so control, reduce the size of this. Okay, so I just do not. I am not okay with that. I think that looks okay. So adding this right here. Okay, that's fine. And then do the dawn of the donut. Okay. All right, pristine. Now we'll press G. Well, let's take off the symmetry. Press G. Make our donut. This isn't even a donut. It looks like a bagel now. But you know what? I think that'd be okay. We'll just go ahead and make that. And do we want a top-down view of this? I mean, I guess we could. Like if we just add another symmetry around this. Ew, don't want to do that. So we'll just B to select. Okay, and then G, fill this in. Okay. You know what? I don't know if I like this black in the middle. So we'll go ahead and change the middle piece. That's right. On a different layer. So well, that just doesn't look good at all. Maybe if I do I have the symmetry on? Yeah, so if I just add this black to it right here. Yeesh, hold on. Okay, so it's like yikes. It's certainly a donut. So if we go down over here, so now we can add it to this one since this is on the first layer. So that's cool. Adding it there. Then we can look at the preview here. Nah, I kind of liked how it was before. Yeah, or I can just mix it and just do this. There's many ways you can play around with it. So, I just, that's the top. And this is the donut hole from a top view, it looks like. And we can just make little sprinkles like this. Or if I could do this. Yeah. That looks a lot better. So let's drag this over. That looks. There we go. And make some orphan pixels. That might be okay. Maybe that's too much. Let's do I really want to make the line ones? I know he was saying it's not the best. But I don't know, for a top view. For these sprinkles, I think that'd be okay. Maybe. I don't Maybe should I just make this thing the whole? If it's a top down. I think that actually makes more sense because if you got the side, got this, and then maybe I can probably add maybe one right here. So I guess that would be okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll do something like that. Okay, so all right. Put it right here. And add maybe another one right there. Yeah, I think that'd be okay. Yeah. All right, so we made 3 donuts. And frankly, well, no, we made 2 donuts and we made a pastry. So, you know what? That's good. I think that's fine. So we have done it. Now let's go on and see the next, what he's got for us next. So we'll turn that off.
Symmetry with the pencil. So with the pencil selected, remember I mentioned symmetry before with these options. To move
this is symmetry. Oops.
For all of them. You can pause the video here.
There you go.
Did you know that the vast majority of self-published books don't sell more than a few copies?
Okay.
Completed that. You now know 3 new tools for all of them. You can pause the video here.
Oh,
and try
okay.
it out
So
for
he
yourself.
made his like drawing tool, which we could have. So he did that.
So well done if you completed
Okay,
that. You now
so
know
he
3 new
made-
tools for
he made a
creating
donut
pixel
hole.
art. But some of mine seem pretty off-center and wonky. So here's how you can move them and change them. Donut 4 has miraculously
Selection
jumped
and
off to the left
transform.
here. So making sure that the layer is unlocked, I'll use the move tool, which has the shortcut V, and then just move it back to the central position. You can just move things about however you.
Okay. So select this. So we got the shortcut V, and then the move to okay. So okay, so we can move that where we want it. Okay, so cool. So now they're all on the same level, which is good. Well, technically, do I really want? I kind of want to move everything up a little bit, so we'll move it up right here. And that should be okay. So now it's all on the same level. So cool.
You want. But I'm not too
Nice.
happy with the shape of it. We could go in and erase and try and redraw it all, but there are some tools that can help us change it quickly. These are the selection tools. So you'll find the
Right.
selection tools right at the top here. Let's start with the lasso tool, which has a shortcut of Q. It actually looks like a Q, so it's quite easy to remember. You can click and drag a selection area and then just move it around. I'm going to fix the sprinkles on here, then move it up a bit with the move tool, maybe even make this top bit a bit smaller. And there we go. I've quickly transformed it into a tiny weeny little donut. To quickly go over the other selection tools, so with the
Okay.
rectangular shortcut M, you can just click and drag. Ooh, perfect little rectangles. Or with the elliptical marquee tool here, you can click and drag a circle and take parts out if you want. And then we have polygonal lasso tool. Allows you to click and drag, then click and drag, and click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, and then click again to get some more specific shaped areas. So going back to the lasso tool, there's some more things up here that you'll need to know. So you have replace selection. So if I do this, make a selection, and if I'm to try and make another selection, it will replace the previous selection. But let's say I want to move this, but also I want to move the top left corner. We can use add to selection up here. You can click here, or you can hold shift as you click. And now you have two selected areas which you can move. And let's say we don't want this selected anymore. We can use subtract from selection or alt and shift as you click. Boom, 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 boom. And there you go. You can quickly start adding, taking away areas for your editing needs. And you can also use some transform tools. You can go up here to edit and transform, and that gives you these little things which allow you to shrink it, increase the size. You can rotate the sprite. As you see, the little handle thing changes here. Kind of gets messed up. There are different rotation options up here.
You haven't noticed the winter
sprite and fast rotation, but
fall
because
has
we're working in
definitely hit
pixel art,
us.
you might have to fix up a lot of things because the pixels
That
get
weather
all
change.
skewy and stuff. So that brings us to my next challenge for you. The taste test. So using the selection and move tool that I've just showed you, I want you to take a bite out of your donuts. Take out a little time now to get used to using these tools and the subtract and add features of them because they are really important. So you can pause the video here if you want.
All right, pausing. Okay. So this next thing that we're going to do is, I guess we're going to take bites out of stuff. So I'll use the elliptical tool. Since I get rid of fly. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit out of my donut. Let's take, I really don't want to take a bite of it. It's so nice. But that's okay. We'll delete that. Munch. Okay. So we'll do, all right, a lasso tool for Q. So, oh man, okay, so we'll do this. So there. Oh, no, can't do that. Remember, gotta go on the layer, and then we'll take out some right here. Take a good bite out of that. There we go. Okay. So that will go down. All right, and then for the final one, what do they want us to do again? Do they want us to, I guess, you know what? No, let's do the multiple selection. So I will still use, I really like that lasso tool because it was very defined. So I could do this, but I could also shift and do this part. So we got 2 bites. So we got a bite, and we got bigger bite, and then we have multiple bites right here. So nice. Just chomping. All right. So everything looks good. I did it. Actually, I want to try this add to selection. So if I do this, all right, I can move this anywhere that I want, obviously, but okay, so it's the same thing. All right, so either way, we're good. We're okay. I just need to click off of this. Okay, stop it. Okay, sheesh. All right, so this is a selection tool. Okay, So I think we're good on that. I did that.
To give that a
So you go ahead.
nice.
Yes.
Let's send them to the manager to see what he.
Oh. Well, hold on. Okay. Yes. I can. Let's actually redo these. We took the bytes out, but let's bring this back. And let's see if we can actually take this out and drag it. And then, we can add, let's use the color picker on this, grab that, and no, actually, we don't want to do that. We can use a darker, let's make it in a darker shade. So that way it looks like it was taken out. Cool. Actually, see if I can lasso that again. No. Just want to make sure that was selected. Because I wanted to move this a little more. So there we go. So that way it's clearly a byte has been nipped off of it. You can even add maybe like little crumbs and stuff around there. Oh. Oop. So this right here, I should probably take this out too. So let's go ahead and do an erase on that. Oh, on the pastry. Or maybe I can keep that. Did I give it? Yeah, I think that's fine. That looked a lot better. So that's cool. Okay.
He thinks.
Disgusting. Lickety bop.
Oh, okay. The ads.
So it looks like we need to create another batch of donuts. But don't worry, this is actually pretty simple. So we'll start off by grouping all of these donuts together. Make sure they're unlocked. You can click and drag to select multiple layers, or you can hold Shift and click multiple layers, right click and new group, or Alt Shift and N to create a new group. I'm just going to delete this one here. And now all of these donuts are in this group. I'm going to double click on it and call it batch 1. Now we can close the group. We'll right click and duplicate the group. Let's call this batch 2. You can easily drag these little windows around if you need to. So if we hide batch 1, we've still got batch 2. Let's increase the canvas size. C, and then we need to add 16 pixels to the bottom. Now we've got space for batch 2. Making sure batch 1 is locked, use our move tool with V, and we can just drag them down. If you hold Shift while you're moving, you can get nice straight movement. Instead of now we've got an entire batch 2 of donuts. So to quickly edit something, it can help to have it all on one layer. So you could select all of these layers, right click and flatten. Or you could click on this layer and do merge down. But I'm just going to click on the group, right click and flatten. And then we have all of our donuts on one layer. So going up here to the palette area, let's choose a new palette. So the default palette is DB32. You might have a different one selected. Doesn't really matter. Choose a new palette for your new donut colors. I'm going to go with Game Boy Color Type 1. And there we go. A whole new palette is selected. One of the selection tools that I didn't show you before was the Magic Wand tool, which can be found up here or with the shortcut W. You can select entire areas or colors and edit them really quickly with this tool. So as you can see, if I click the pink, boom, all of those shades of pink are selected. And remember, this has contiguous turned off. So if I have contiguous turned on, it only selects these pink ones because these are the connected pixels. The Wand tool also has the same properties as the other selection tools, so you can add to the selection and subtract from the selection if you want. So with the Magic Wand tool selected and contiguous off, I'm going to choose this pink here and I'm going to select this color. With the Paint Bucket tool selected, got to make sure contiguous is off. And that'll replace all of the pinks with that. Make sure you move the preview window up so you can see all the changes that you're making. And that brings us on to the next challenge. I want you to change the color palette, these pink ones, because the new palette. So the default palette is DB32 for your new new palette is selected. One of the selection tools that I didn't show you before was the Magic Wand tool, which can be found up here or with the shortcut W. You can select entire areas or colors, and Wand tool also has the sync off, and that'll replace all of the pinks with that. Make sure you move the preview window up so you can see all the changes that you're making. And that brings us on to the next challenge. I want you to change
a new color palette
in the palette menu, and then I want you to change the color of all of your donuts in batch 2.
All right. Got the first one. Let's go ahead and merge these down. So we got this, this, and this. So take these into a new group, and we'll name this group. Okay, so the batch. Oh my gosh. Batch 1. All right. So and these are all in here, right? Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I think they're... Aha! They're all in there. Okay. Cool. So now we'll go ahead and lock these and not make it duplicate. And then this will be known as batch 2. This will be unlocked. And this will be here. So this is our new batch 2. All right, so we got batch... Wait, what? Oh. Heck with it. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and right click on this. We're going to... Okay, so batch 2, we're going to go ahead and flatten. So now all of these are on one layer. Like he did. Okay. So now we're going to use... We got to select a new palette. So edit palette. What is this right here? Okay, hold on. Presets? There we go, presets. So make a new palette. That is what they wanted, right? Making a... No.
The color of all of your donuts in batch 2.
A new color palette. Change all the colors of your batch 2 donuts. Okay. Right, because they're going to be all different. So, Google user interface. It's pretty cool. Let's do the NES. Yeah. Okay, so now this is selected. Okay, we hit the load. Oops. Didn't mean to even open that. So now we have the NES in here. So now if we go into here and choose this with continuous off, so it's going to select this, right? And it's going to change everything of this to this. Oh, we have to use the paint bucket tool. It's really hard to understand that. So I grabbed everything of that color. So we got the magic wand. Okay. So everything of white, not continuous. Change that. Do I really want to change that? Okay. So we'll just go ahead and make this blue. No. So how did it change? Wait a minute. So how did it change all of them?
2. To make sure contiguous is off, and that'll replace pink or selected. And remember, this has contiguous turned off. So if I have contiguous turned on, it only selects these pink ones because these are the connected pixels. Magic Wand tool also has the same properties as the other selection tools, so you can add to the selection and subtract from the selection if you want. So with the Magic Wand tool selected and contiguous off, I'm going to choose this pink here, and I'm going to select this color. With the Paint Bucket tool selected, got to make sure contiguous is off, and that'll replace all of the pinks with that. Make sure you move the preview window.
What? Oh, I forgot. Oops. I didn't. Oops. So we got to the C, and then the bottom, we're going to move it down by 16. All right, so now we have this. And we're going to okay. Oh boy, this is batch 1. This is the flattened. Okay. So we want to select this, duplicate. He has 3, right? Yes. No, he only has 2. So don't want duplicates, so we're gonna delete that layer, and we are going to do a selection here of all of these, and then we're gonna, there we go. Nice. Okay. So holding control down and dragging that after selecting makes another there. So nice. All right. So then we can go ahead. All right, now I just need to figure out how to do this. Sheesh. So I have this selected. Contiguous is off. And select this. And the paint bucket. Yeah, it didn't change all of it. I am missing something.
Up here, or with the shortcut W. You can select entire areas or colors and edit them really quickly with this tool. So as you can see, if I click the pink, boom, all of those shades of pink are selected. And remember, this has contiguous turned off. So if I have contiguous turned on, it only selects these pink ones because these are the connected pixels. Magic Wand tool also has the same properties as the other selection tools, so you can add to the selection and subtract from the selection if you want. So with the Magic Wand tool selected and contiguous off, I'm going to choose this pink here, and I'm going to select this color.
Okay, wait. Now that's the part I need to know. So, Magic Wand tool. Nope. So I have this. I need this selected. Continuous is turned off. So it grabs it everywhere. So with that, grabbing this, and then putting this, continuous turned off. Aha, there we go. So now we will make these blue. Maybe a little brighter. Yeah, that'd be okay. And then we will change this red right here. So we'll change the red to like a light green. Oh, see? It doesn't select anything else. So we have to go back to the tool, select all the red, make this the light green, go back to here. Okay. And then we gotta make this dark green, just a bit darker. Choose this part to make it darker. There we go. And voila. Nice. Yeah. Should be good.
With the paint bucket tool selected, got to make sure contiguous is off, and that'll replace all of the pinks with that. Make sure you move the preview window up so you can see all the changes that you're making. And that brings us on to the next challenge. I want you to change the color palette in the palette menu, and then I want you to change the color of all of your donuts in batch 2. And there we go. Some useful tools so you can quickly change your pixel art.
Hold on. I just realized I have to... I don't think I was supposed to do this for every one of them. I was supposed to unhide. Batch 1. And just make this batch 2. And move them down. Because the way I'm looking at his is he's only got 2 here. Well, unless he did. Well, he was circling around. So, so he has these unhidden. Okay, so I'm just going to say this is batch 2. With the selection tool enabled, we are going to go ahead and... That's not what I want. I want these deleted. So there's batch 1, there's batch 2. So, batch 1, batch 2. And then we can get all of these. But yeah, there we go. Now we look at this preview here. Probably do this a little better. There we go. Nice. Those are our donuts. Okay. Should be good. Okay. Whew. Nice.
Finally, we must be done now.
Finally, these donuts are pretty basic though.
Let's prove this guy wrong by making the ultimate final donut. This section uses some more advanced tools and techniques that I use every day for pixel art. So don't worry if it's a bit too much for you right now, but you've done so well already, and with enough practice, you'll easily get there. First thing I'll do is add a new layer, ultimate donut. I'll use C to increase the canvas size, and I'm going to add in 32 pixels here on the right. And I'm going to change this background pattern as well. So I'll go up to Edit, Preferences, Background Pattern Custom, 32 pixels by 32 pixels, apply, and OK. Another useful tool that I use often is the grid tool. So you go up here to view and show grid, or use control and the at button, I guess, to hide and show the grid. And you can easily edit the grid with view, grid, and grid settings. So I'm going to change the palette up for this one. I think I'll go with Bubblegum 16. So I like to work with silhouettes when I'm designing things. So I'll increase the pencil size with control and scroll wheel. I'll use the editing tools and the move tools like I've showed you. Just try and clean up this silhouette. One useful thing you can do to check the spacing is to hold control and you'll see the extent. Let me just hide the grid. It's 8 pixels away from the top and 7 pixels away from the bottom, 6 pixels away from this side, and 70 pixels away from that side. If I want to know how far away it is from this part, draw a single line, click, and there you'll see that the length of the line is 6. This gives you some properties of the lines and things that you create. It's actually super helpful. So I'm just going to choose a bready color with the yellow, I guess. Fill that in with the paint bucket tool. And you can quickly add in an outline to this if you go up to Edit, FX, and Outline, or by using Shift. Or you can't see it because the outline color is yellow here. I'm going to choose the darkest color from my palette. You can mess with these settings to get whatever you like best. I'm going to make sure everything on the inside is selected, and I'm going to make it a search. I'm going to make sure everything if you go line is 6. This gives you some if you go up to Edit, FX, and Outline, or by using Shift. Or you can't see it because the outline color is yellow here. I'm going to choose the darkest color from my palette. You can mess with these settings to get whatever you like best. I'm going to make sure everything on the inside is selected, and I'm going to make it a circle outline. Apply. I want to round this off a bit. You see down here, this is your left click and your right click. So my left click is an orange color and my right click is currently set to an alpha of nothing. It's just transparent. This is actually really useful because you don't need to select the eraser. So what I can do is click this and add this background color to the palette. So now I've got an eraser on my brush. So I can just right click, boom, 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 without needing the eraser. It can be useful to flip your drawings to give yourself like a fresh perspective. You do that by going up to Edit and flip horizontal or flip vertical. The shortcuts are Shift H and Shift V. So Shift H, it's gone all the way over there, but that's okay. And Shift V, you can flip it. Let's add some icing. I'm going to use the pink. I'm going to use the lasso tool here actually and just G for the bucket tool and add in the icing. I want to round these off a bit. Let's add in some white sprinkles.
You know what?
Doesn't matter if it's perfect. By the way, if you're drawing with the brush tool and you realize that it's doing this, you've got snapping to grid on, but you can disable snap to grid here or by pressing Shift and S and you can draw properly again. I'm going to fill in this middle section here with the purple. Let's try shading the bread in with a darker color. So I'll select it with a magic wand tool, select the yellow, make it darker, or you can edit the color directly in these little box things. And then I can just see if that works. Is that nice? And I'm going to add that color to the palette. So I've always got that as a selection. I'm imagining the lights coming in from the right hand side, so that's why I'm shading it this way. I'm going to do the same for the icing, select the darker color. There we go. It's subtle, but it works. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add in a new layer. I'm going to call it highlight. I'm going to take the white color here. What I'm going to do to select this entire donut, if you hold Control and then click on the donut layer, all of that donut layer is selected. You see the little wormies walking around? That's a very nice trick. And on the highlight layer, I'm just going to add in white highlight here. If I go on to the layer properties and change the mode from normal to something like lighten, change the opacity, gives it a bit of glow. Maybe overlay would be nice. I'd recommend messing around with all of these, by the way. They're super good. So I'm going to actually use soft light here because I think that looks really nice. Bit of a glazed donut look. Very cool. I'm going to merge this down. Merge down, boom. I'm actually going to add that highlight to the palette as well, just in case I want to add, you know, maybe a little bit of highlight there. I can add a bit of dithering in here, makes it look a bit more textured. So I'm pretty happy with that donut, looks pretty good. A little bit noisy in areas, but doesn't have to be perfect. So I want to make a little bit of this center bit darker. And how do I know which one's darker? Well, you can sort the palette, which is useful, brightness, luminance, all that stuff. So that's a darker color. Let's try drawing this in. A bit rubbish. We can actually edit that color if we take the lock off or press A, edit the color, and let's just make it a bit brighter. That's a bit better, but I actually don't really like that at all, so I'm just going to change it back and delete it. But that's a useful thing you can do with the palette if you want to edit the colors. And now let's add in a nice little backgroundy border thing to finish it off. So I'm going to create a little frame here. So I use the pencil tool. I'm going to click, hold down Shift, and that gives us a little line. Just make a little border. You can do that with a rectangle tool as well, but I thought it was important to be able to show that off. Let's add in a background. Blue's quite nice. And now I'm going to add in a little bit of a dithered background. So if you click on the paint bucket tool, you'll see the gradient tool here. Let's go with the 2x2.
What?
A little bit of gradient there at the bottom. That's quite cool. I'm going to take this, Control C, Control V to copy paste, Shift V to flip it vertically, and boom, there we go. There are some fancy things you can do if you want to change the colors. So what I'm going to do is extend the canvas again, duplicate the ultimate donut. And you can go up here in Edit, Adjustments, Hue Saturation, Brightness Contrast, change the hue. You can go crazy, really. So to export your work, you go to File, Export.
What?
Click these little dots to choose the output. I'm going to call this
Donuts for Discord.
There are lots of different file types for images, but I'd recommend the PNG file because there's no compression like there is in a JPEG.
So this is
we'll
what
export
it
this as a PNG. If you are exporting game assets, you might just want to keep that at 100% because it doesn't really matter for your game engine. But if you're exporting for something like social media or Discord or something, maybe increase that size to like 800% so people can actually see it. I'm going to export all of the visible layers and I'm going to select all the frames. This only matters if you're doing animation, which we'll do in another tutorial. And there we go. Export. Sorted. You can also export a sprite sheet for your games, but we'll do that in another tutorial when we focus on taking our assets made in Aseprite and then putting them into a game engine like Unity. And we did it. I want to see your donuts, so make sure you join the Discord to share or tag me in a post on social media.
We are going
try out some of these tutorials in the meantime. Good luck.
We are going to make our own massive donut. And I think I'm just going to have fun with it. Fool around. So let's throw this back on. And let's go ahead and try to make a cool donut here. So we're gonna go ahead and make, I guess he wants to alter this. So the canvas size, he wants to make it now. The dimensions would be so we got go to the right 32 pixels. Okay, so 32 pixels, but we need to edit the sizes. So okay, adjustments, no. Preferences, is it in the preferences? You have the background. Put custom. So 32 by 32. We'll apply that. Okay. Oh, it just, yikes. Let's go preferences again. What? So this is the sizing is 32 by 32 bit. But why did it not? Okay. Wait a minute. Because this makes it 32 right here. This makes it 32 right here. And then we have a 32 right here. So do I need to make... So do I make another 32 to the right? So edit. I'm not sure if that's correct. So making that custom. Oh. So give me like 1 second. I need to like figure this out. So to the right, making another 32. No, 16. Another 16. So we have that right here. This right here. So you know we have that. I could go ahead and just move these. Oh, it's because it's different layers. So I can go so move this over. batch 1. I can move this. Nope, I gotta make sure it's locked. And that would be donut 2. And we'll move this over. Okay. Oh, so hold on, moving this. All right, wait. I think I already had it. So there. Okay. So go ahead and put that there. So now let's go ahead and get back on this. Add a new layer. So Shift N, and then we will make this big donut. And I make underscores just to make it just for file purposes. So big donut. So put that there. All right. So we're on the big donut layer. So let's go ahead and we can do the ellipse. Do this right here. And the cool thing is we got, oh gosh, darn it. Here, this, not this. All right, so we will go ahead and do this. Okay, so now we want to do a selection tool. The lasso. Oh, oops, nope, I was wrong. I don't want to do the lasso, I'll do this. And so I'll do this, and then this tilts it. So I kind of want it like this, but yeah, that's not good. I want to twist it like this. So, I can do this and kind of clean it up. So we would just have to. What did he do? How did he? So this is this, but this is the second one. So like, if I just turn this all the way down. Yeah. So can I just make this? Okay. So for our right click, we have this as the transparent. So we can clean this up a little bit, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and... Oh man. Go ahead and fill this in a little bit. So, I am not liking how kind of blocky that is. There we go. Right there, right here. All right, now we have nice donut. So let's go ahead and we'll just make a little circle and not liking that, not liking that. Sheesh. Nope. It's better. So, oh my gosh. You know, this kind of looks like one of those ones that you just kind of throw in the fryer, and it's just like those very, you know, big loopy boys. Jeez. So, you know what? I think that's a-okay. And of course it'll do that. So got the continuous. Wanting to fill into this. No. I don't want to use that. I want to use this. There we go. And then using the lasso tool like he did. So we'll just go ahead and there. Use the I don't know what color I kind of want to make that. Put it there. Use the left there. Throw it in there. Okay. Now I want to clean this up a little bit. Add like maybe a few more stuff. There we go. Oh, forgot. Gotta make this. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that did not just look. Ugh. Yikes. So you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm probably gonna just restart this looking one because this is not exactly what I want. Besides what he did, and I think he had the right idea. Obviously, is making the drawing tool, and then increasing the size, and then like making the donut right here, like an outline of the donut. So there we go. Okay. Okay, so that looks better. So we'll go ahead and then we'll do lasso tool. Actually no, let's not do the lasso tool. Let's actually, we need to make the lasso tool because we'll do this. Nope. So we'll do it like this. And then we will do this. And then there we go. There we go. And then we will add. So now we want. This is where he wanted to do the outline. So let's do the FX outline. So I gotta make sure. I'm gonna take this off real quick because I realize it's only going to do that portion. So gotta take that off. But first, it just drives me nuts. Nope. What in the heck? What's going on with that? Oh, I was on the eraser. Okay, so I have to. Nope. Wait. Oops. So let's reduce this. And I gotta make it a little bit bigger. So let's just go ahead with this. Man, I am. It's looking okay. I would assume that's. I think that might be okay. I think that might be all right. I'm gonna add a little bit more down here, though. Okay. So that looks good. Let's go ahead with the outline. So we'll add the outline into this outline, and we don't want to be this. We want it to be. We want it to be black. So no. There we go. That is fine. Okay. Alright, so now we have an outline. We're gonna go ahead and probably throw in. Jeez, man. Okay, so this lasso tool. Do I want it like that? Probably not. Let's throw it there. All right. There we go. Nice. Okay. So now we got a gelatinous donut. Might move it over just a little bit. All right. I think that looks pretty good. I would say make maybe this an outline over here, but this time I'm gonna reduce it just a little bit, so that way, see, now we can see a little bit inside of it, like there's an outline for it. Or how would that look if we just wait a minute, why is that? Okay. The more like I look at that, it's I need to unselect. There we go. I guess that works. What if? Well, that's okay. I kind of like that. So it makes a bit of an outline. It makes this darker. What do you guys think? like the subtle. Little ad right here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do this. So just add some sprinkles to it. Okay, so we got sprinkles on here. Cool. Now he did want to add this is flat. No, that needs to be batch. What? That was the batch too. Flat. Want to keep those separated. Okay, so we add a new layer, and this will be the glossiness. And so add white. Here. Oh my gosh, no. Why is that? Oh, that's why. Don't want to do that again. Okay, so there's like a shimmer. We'll go ahead and for the properties on the mode, we can go ahead and I would say no, not multiply. We want to do a soft light. There we go. That's cool. And then we can add more details to it to make like more gloss. It's really cool. I like that. So we can add more gloss to these. I can even narrow this down a little bit. Okay. And then we have this darken area. So we can go over here, or well, we can take this picker for there, and then we can go down with it. And hit G. Nope. For the batch. Nope. Big donut. There we go. Add this in here. And then on here, we could do the glossiness and adding a, where is, so it's coming from, no. Okay, so let's go ahead and flatten this. Oh, no, I do not want to flat. We will merge down. So now it's part of the donut. So now let's go ahead and add some lightness to it. So we'll go ahead and go from the light up to here. And we'll reduce this down a little bit. Nah, no, we won't go from there. So, actually, hold on. Okay, it's on normal, so just want to make sure. So let's do the paint bucket. And let's actually make this really dark. Okay. And then we will add this, okay. We'll go ahead and do the lasso tool and try to get this bit right here. Just keep going with this. And there we go. So we'll take that area and we will brighten that up. Cool. Nice. See? There we go. I like how he done it. He wanted some like smaller areas. So let's narrow this down. There we go. Nice. Oh man, that's really cool. I kind of like it there. All right, and then we'll go ahead and so he was using that line tool, I believe, to make the outline. So we'll go ahead and do the white outline. There. Here. And here. Alright. And then we can do the background kind of like a... So I don't want that hard of an orange on the eyes, so we can go kind of like that. Yeah. There we go. That's awesome. Okay, so I will make it a little bit lighter though. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right. So now they were talking about a gradient pattern. So how... So I need to redo that. So I kind of want to get maybe a little bit of like this color, maybe. And then, so we want to do this gradient tool. And, okay, hold on. Up here. Linear gradient, okay. And then with the dithering. So I kind of want it to be like this. So that's cool. Oh man. Wow, that's cool. That's super neat. So if I went up from up here, and that's how he made it. He made this dithering like this. So you can make it up here and then take it and we'll do the lasso right here. And then come up through here. All right. And then we can copy that and paste it there. And then we can flip it. So I believe it was Shift V. There we go. There we go. Oh wait, I have to go up there a little bit. Ah, it took it out. Okay. Hold on. So let's undo that. Let's copy there. And then we'll go ahead and flip it. Nope. Dang it. What is it? Shift V? There we go. Ah, getting there. I gotta make it precisely. So the rectangle, and we'll go to this right here. Okay, so then we do a Control C, Control V, and then a Shift V to turn it, and then we will put it right there. And then, there we go. Yeah. So that's how he did it. Ow. But I also kind of want to maybe do another color and maybe blend it in. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Hold on. I could blend it right here. Ah, dang. I want to. So if I go like this. No. So if I go to the layer matrix and make it this way. Wait a minute, I know what to do. So I can make this right here and select here and then go across this way, and then I can hold shift and then get these. So now both of these are selected, and then I could make those instead of the gradient tool, I can go with the fill tool. Fill tool. Okay, what is it wanting? Oh. Okay, hold on. Magic tool? Just get one of these. No, don't want to do that. Nope. Don't. I guess I could go in and just get each one, but that should have. Gosh darn it. I guess that doesn't work that way. I can do gold instead. Ooh. You can barely see it though. I think honestly, I might just call that good. I think that'll be okay. We can just play around with it. Or, oh wait. I didn't even think about that. Do this. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. Don't want each one of those to be. There we go. Nice. Alrighty. And that is our donut. So we'll do a Shift S for save. Instead of the documents, go to desktop, and our sprites folder, tutorials, and we will add this as a donut tutorial. So for our C files, all right, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do an export. And well, we can do it 800%. Frames, okay. Don't really have to do much with the animations, layers, resize. So, and then the output file will be as a PNG. So we'll go ahead and do that and export. Okay. Yeah. Because it doesn't support the layers folder, so we that's why we created two. So now we can go in. Oh wait, hold on. Where did I put that? All right. So in our sprites, right here, in our tutorials, we now have the donut tutorial right here, but now we also have the sprites right here. Now, if you look, you can kind of see, like when you hover over it, the background is actually translucent here, and that's why, and that is what we talked about at the very beginning. So that way, when it goes into a game, you won't get any of the other background stuff. So, all right. So that's done. We created that sprite. So we'll have another with 2D. We'll go ahead in the next probably session. We'll go ahead and start working with animations right here for the animation tutorial. So I will go ahead, like I said, I'll put this for all these pixel softwares that are free. I'll put that in the description on YouTube, so anyone that needs to get it, they can. Or, you know, I posted the link earlier in here, so you can copy that and put it in your browser, or even up here, you can see it. So I think did pretty good on this, and learned a lot of valuable stuff. So I'm really excited, and I really enjoyed the work we did. So, all right. Appreciate you guys joining me. All right. And the next tutorial, like I said, we'll just start with the animation and we'll start doing that, which I'm kind of excited about, to make our sprites move and, you know, be able to make like graphics and stuff. So that'd be fun. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me. I will see you in the next session. All right. Have a good night.